What up, what up? Winbush here, and today we're going to compare the Rokoko Smart Suit 2 versus Rokoko Video AI. So without further ado, let's jump right into it. So for this video, we're going to mix it up. I enlisted the help of my son, Winbush Jr., and he's wearing the Rokoko Smart Suit 2, while I'm also recording him on my iPad Pro at 4K 60 frames per second. Now, the reason I'm doing this is because I wanted a one-to-one comparison whenever I'm comparing Rokoko Smart Suit 2 capture data versus the Rokoko Video capture data. But if you want a step-by-step on how you can actually use Rokoko Video for free motion capture, make sure you go to my YouTube website where I have a step-by-step video going through the complete process on how you can take your video from any device, upload it to Rokoko, and get free motion capture. So for this video, we're actually just going to do something really simple. I just have my son waving at the camera, and I'm also capturing it inside the Rokoko Studio here as well. So if I play back the capture here in Rokoko Studio, and this is all captured with the Rokoko Smart Suit 2, you can see that he's just doing the waving motion with his hand, and he's waving both. And we're actually getting some good motion capture here. You know, granted, we're always going to have to do cleanup on the back end, but for the initial capture, I think this is really good. So let's go over to Rokoko Studio Beta, where we can actually see what the AI captured using our video. Now, this is Rokoko Studio Beta, and this is what the Rokoko Video will actually show you all your motion capture with. So if I play this back, this is also going to be doing the hand waving here. So I'm just going to click play. And there we go. So it's not too bad there. You can see both hands are waving, and it's not bad for a free video with no motion capture suit or anything. We are getting some pretty decent results. And as always, you could go into a program like iClone or Cinema 4D or even Unreal Engine to kind of clean all this stuff up. But for the initial capture, this does a pretty good job. But I would say for the money, if you have it, I would actually get a Rokoko Smart Suit. But again, Rokoko Video still gave us some good data that we can work with that we're just going to have to do some cleanup on if we actually wanted to use it. Now we're going to compare these side by side, playing simultaneously. So as you can see right here, on the left, we have the Smart Suit, and on the right, we have the Rokoko Video AI. And as you can see, the Rokoko Smart Suit is going to give you more precise results, and the Rokoko AI is actually going to give you good results. Again, this is still in beta, and this is the first go around, but I would say if you just need something quick and easy, and you just want to knock something out, and you don't mind doing a little bit of cleanup, the Rokoko Video is still good, but you're still going to get more precise data whenever you're using a Rokoko Smart Suit. And for those that are actually interested in getting a Rokoko Smart Suit, make sure you look at the description down below where I can actually save you 10% on any Rokoko product that you might be interested in. Now for this next test, I actually just have my son. He's going to be stretching back and forth like this, and I just wanted to kind of see how the different sensors would react as the character is moving his torso back and forth, and also with Rokoko Video, if it's going to capture it, if you see a piece of like the joint actually moving in and moving out, and how it's going to react to that. And so here's the results using Rokoko Video. Again, we're on Rokoko Beta, and I'm just going to click play here. And as you can see, the knees are bent a little bit weird. As he's stretching back and forth, it's actually moving the body a lot compared to what he's actually doing. So it's kind of over exaggerating everything. And then there's the arm swings right there. I mean, again, the results are usable, but you're going to have to do some cleanup on the back end. But I would say it's not doing bad for the video actually just only having one angle of the video to kind of pull from. It's not giving us bad results, but let's look at what kind of results we get with the Smart Suit 2. Now I'm going to hit play on this is Rokoko Legacy that I captured this in. So I'm just going to click play here. And this is the data coming from the Smart Suit. As you can see, the hips are actually having the correct center of gravity there. The legs aren't going all over the place. And here's the arm swings right here. And yeah, I would say this is giving us more precise data using the Smart Suit rather than just using the video. So again, I think the Smart Suit 2 is actually going to be our ideal situation here. Now here's the side-by-side playing with the video along as well. So as we can see in the side-by-side comparison, we are getting optimal results using the Smart Suit 2. While with the video, we're getting good and maybe usable results, but it's going to give us the best situation whenever you're using a Rokoko suit. So again, I would say the Rokoko suit is going to win in this case, but let's move on to another test. Now for this test, I kind of already know the results that we're going to get. I'm actually going to have my son using the Rokoko Smart Gloves here, and he's just going to do some finger tests, and he's just going to do, you know, like finger tests like this, and maybe just with one hand. But I wanted to see how Rokoko Video would actually stack up to the Smart Suit in this point, but we probably already know what we're going to get. So here we are in Rokoko Studio. I'm just going to click play. And there we go. He has his hands up. He's moving his fingers around. And yeah, we're getting pretty good. He's pointing at the screen here. He's doing the OK sign with his fingers, getting really good results out of finger data here, giving us the thumbs up. And I would say that's pretty good right there. Like, I don't even know if that's going to need a lot of cleanup there. Like, that's pretty good results. So let's actually go to Rokoko Video and let's see what kind of results we get there. Now we have Rokoko Beta opened up. I'm actually going to play through the AI data that we got here. So this is coming from the video. You can see we're getting no type of finger tracking whatsoever. And I kind of already knew this was going to happen, but I just wanted to show a comparison video just in case you guys were kind of wondering with the finger tracking and everything. And I don't particularly think we need a side-by-side video here, but just looking at it, of course, with the smart suit, we're getting all the finger ligaments moving and everything. With just using the video and the AI assist, we're not getting any type of finger tracking. But the one tidbit I did catch from Sam, whenever he did his live stream over at the Rokoko YouTube channel, he did kind of allude to that maybe they're working on something where you can wear the smart suit gloves with the video. It's just something that they were brainstorming around. It's not written in stone, but I think that would be something really cool if we could use the smart gloves with the Rokoko Video if you didn't want to put the full suit on and you still wanted to get some usable data using your fingers. Now with this example, I have my son just walking around in a circle just in place. I wanted to show this because using the smart suit, I think it's going to work in a lot tighter situation. Like, I know we're in a big living room, but say we're in like a smaller area, the smart suit is definitely going to give us better data because it is using the sensors, where a video, if we're in a confined area, might not give us so good results. But I just had my son walk in place as if he was in a tight area, and this is the results that we got wearing a smart suit too. So I'm just going to come down here and click on play. And as you can see, walked out, spinning in a circle there. Nothing too crazy going on, but I would say for the most part, you know, besides doing a little bit of cleanup on the back end that we'd have to do, we're getting pretty good results here. I know his legs kind of almost got close there with the sensors there, but for, I would say, moving in a tight area, these results aren't bad there. So let's see what kind of results we got using the AI from Rokoko. Now this is going to be the information taken from the video using Rokoko AI. So I'm just going to click play here. Let's see what we get. So we can see the legs crossing there, and yeah, it didn't give us optimal results there, and I think that's because we're getting some occlusion discrepancies happening in here. So I know with the video, if you have like anything that's kind of off camera or even kind of colliding with each other, it's not going to show up in the video because it has no point of reference for that. So with the smart suit, you're actually going to get better information when it comes to occlusion, like when you have a ligament hidden, because it's working off of sensor data and not visual data that we have in here. Again, I think the smart suit is going to give us better optimal information when working with the motion capture data. And again, if you guys are wondering how I got this information from using my iPad into Rokoko Studio Beta here, make sure you go to my YouTube channel where I give a complete breakdown on how you can actually take your own video, bring it into Rokoko absolutely free, and get some motion capture data from it. But for this example right here, and I actually wanted to put this one to the test, we're going to have my son actually just do a simple jump in the air, because I was curious if Rokoko Video was actually going to pick it up, since the character is only leaving the ground and it's all video based, it's not sensor based. So I wanted to put this to the test, and then also he's inside the smart suit, so we're going to get that information as well. So in Rokoko Studio Beta, I have the smart suit video already loaded in here, so I'm just going to click on play down here. So you can see the knees bend, the jump right there. And even looking at the feet right here where we have the connector, it actually picked up when the feet are actually touching the ground and when it's in the air. So I'm actually really impressed with the results here for the jumping data right here. Now let's move over to Rokoko Legacy so we can see what the smart suit actually pulled in. So I'm going to come over here to the center, just hit play. So we can see bend, and actually it didn't pull it up too good on this one. Now I think I know why it's actually doing it this way, because we did record all the smart suit data inside of Rokoko Legacy. If I would have recorded this one inside of Rokoko Beta, I would have got better results from it. Now that comparison might not have been fair, because like I was saying, that one was recorded inside of Rokoko Legacy. In Rokoko Beta, we can actually do stuff like climbing upstairs and jumping. So I'll probably have to do a follow-up video using Rokoko Beta whenever you're using the smart suit. But I did hear a rumor that Rokoko Studio Beta was going to get a firmware update in January. So this is something I'm going to actually come back to next month and do another proper demonstration. But let's move on to the next example. Now for this demonstration, I actually asked my son to get down and pet my dog since he is behind us in the video this entire time. I just wanted to see with the Rokoko Video if the AI is actually going to pick up since he's in like a small crouch position. And then also I was curious because with the Rokoko Smart Suit, we do have all the sensors in there. So I was wondering if they were going to actually be able to pick up the sensory or if they were going to collide as well. So I'm in Rokoko Legacy right now and I'm just going to click on play. And let's see what kind of motion capture we get from this one. So as you can see, he bent down. He has his hand on my dog right there and he's petting it. We're actually getting the finger movements and everything, which is really nice. Then I'll probably bring this in the cleanup just to kind of fix the knees and the legs, maybe bring a center of mass forward a little bit there. But for the most part, I would say that we got pretty decent data from there, especially from him just kneeling down and petting the dog. But let's head over to Rokoko Beta and see what kind of information we got using the video file. So right here, we're going to have Rokoko Beta opened up. And as you can see, it already looking like the character is kind of funky in here. But let me come down here to the lower left-hand corner and just click on play. So it doesn't look like it actually picked anything up at all, which I was kind of expecting. Maybe the video got confused just by his posture. Again, he was wearing all black. No need to do a side-by-side since it didn't pick up anything here. But again, a smart suit is going to give us, oh, there we go. So it actually did, let me see right here at the end, it actually did pick something up. So it picked him moving up at least right there. But yeah, I would say in this case, again, a Rokoko motion capture suit is definitely going to give us better results to work with. But the video, yeah, still has a little ways to go, but I could definitely see it getting better here in the future. One of the #1 things that we come across is using the smart suit is going to be the best situation. Like Rokoko Video using the AI technology is actually good for something if you just want something quick, but it's definitely not going to replace any type of motion capture suit. So I would say take that with a grain of salt. Rokoko Video is going to be good for beginners or anybody that kind of just wants to make something quick. If you're doing like any type of previs or anything of that nature, it's definitely good for those situations. But for professional motion capture for your actual projects, I would say you definitely want to use a suit. But let's move on to this last example here where I have my son just doing a simple head movement, putting his hands behind his head. I just wanted to kind of put the occlusion to the test, seeing if Rokoko Video can actually pick this up. So we're going to start with the Rokoko Video AI motion capture data right here. I'm going to come down here to the lower left hand corner and just click play. And you can see there actually, it did pick it up a little bit there. So yeah, it's actually seeing the hands go behind the head. It looks like he's swaying back a little bit there. So it did get a little bit funky there, but I'm getting better results than what I actually was expecting. Like I know he didn't put his arm all the way behind his head, but for what he's doing right here, I don't think it's that bad. I think we can actually work from this. But let's move over to Rokoko Legacy and see what the smart suit information actually picked up. So here we're back in Rokoko Legacy because this is where we got all of our motion capture data from our suit. So I'm going to come down here in the center, just click on play. So now we can see the hand going behind the head. It looks like the hand goes through the mesh a little bit, but that's easy to fix and post there. But yeah, for the most part, we're getting good information here. I would say it's almost on par with Rokoko Video in this regard. I should probably do a test where he actually really puts his hand behind his head. But for what we're getting here, the way he's leaning back and everything, it pretty much picked up the same occlusion inside of Rokoko Video. So I would say in this case right here, it's actually almost 1-to-1. Just looking at the side-by-side comparison here, we're getting some good results out of both solutions here. Yeah, so I did about 8 or 9 tests here, and I would say in conclusion, basically, I think you want to have a motion capture suit if you're really serious about getting motion capture data. But if you need something quick and easy, and if you're a beginner to motion capture, having Rokoko Video kind of do the work for you, especially for like a low budget situation, I think you can't beat it. But again, if you want to save 10% of Rokoko Smart Suit and the gloves, make sure you go to the description down below, and also I'll post it in the comments. I'll pin it to the top. Just use the link there with my password and you should be off to the races. Again, I heard in January there might be a firmware update coming up, so I'm probably going to come back to this next month and see what the firmware updates are, do some stuff. But this time I'm going to record all the smart suit information using Rokoko Beta, just so I could do stuff like climbing stairs and jumping more accurately. So until next time, stay fresh, keep creating, and I catch you guys in the next video. I see you soon. Take care. Thanks again.